should, and what needs to be done further. In fact, continuing discussions for added studies and greater investigation of this, including at next year's meeting as well. And one of the program organizers for next year is an Australian investigator named Mark Aiken, who has been here this weekend and will be back next year. Onto this because it's kind of interesting. We can spend a little bit of time on it, and I'll try to not confuse you more than we, the clinicians and scientists, have already confused ourselves. So everybody in the room knows that there are TSC gene mutations that appear to underlie the causation of TSC and LAM, right? Show of hands for somebody who didn't hear that before this morning. Good. Okay, so here's the problem. The biology isn't so awful clear. If you look at every person who had TSC and all of the tissues from every person with TSC, what we find is that in different tissues, different cells of people with those diseases either do or don't have TSC mutations. It's not a uniform game. Either in TSC, where you got it from your parents in part, or in LAM, where it's primarily a sporadic event. There's a non-uniformity of TSC mutations, including in the abnormal tissues from you. And the consequences are not so awful clear, but it invites the argument that a little bit of TSC mutation may actually have regional tissue effects. So you don't need every cell in a tissue to be abnormal, but it's sort of a community operation, which is biologically more complex and scientifically